welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Tuesday, January 11th. I'm your host for today's program again, Paul DeMain. Many of the stories right here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com, and here are some of the news stories for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. North Dakota's House is likely to be debating two bills that would require the University of North Dakota to keep its Fighting Sioux nickname and American Indian head logo. House Republican Majority Leader Al Carson of Fargo is introducing a bill that orders UND and the Board of Higher Education to keep the nickname and logo. Ossenbrock Representative David Munson has a separate bill. It says UND can't get rid of the nickname or logo until the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe holds a reservation vote and revokes permission to use them. Attorney General Wayne Steinheim says the North Dakota Constitution gives the Board of Higher Education authority over whether to change the nickname. UND President Robert Kelly says the process of dropping the logo and nickname is continuing. The Montana Supreme Court says the Bighorn County Justice of Peace was not required to resign from that post when he ran for the office of Crow Tribal Chair. The Billings Gazette reports the Supreme Court's December 30th decision came in on the case of Leroy Not Afraid, who did not win the chairmanship. The Judicial Standards Commission recommended the Supreme Court publicly reprimand Not Afraid for violating the state constitution, which requires a judge to forfeit his or her position upon filing for a non-judicial elected public office. The Supreme Court denied the recommendation, noting the provision requires a judge to resign from his office upon becoming a candidate for election to any elective office under the state laws of the state of Montana. The court said the tribal chairmanship is created and governed by tribal laws. The U.S. Department of Interior has formally approved the Tribal Historic Preservation Plan of the Yocha Dehe Wintun Nation, allowing the tribe to designate a Tribal Historic Preservation Officer. In designating a TIPO, the tribe assumes many of the functions of a state historic preservation office, giving it more authority than ever before to manage its own historic and cultural resources. Protecting and preserving our history, culture, and language are among the most important things we do as we build our nation for the future, said Leland Kinter, Tribal Council Secretary and Chairman of the Cultural Committee. TIPO status increases by an enormous measure Yocha Dehe's ability to protect its own resources and will allow us to increase our work with others on preservation and site review. This is an incredible development for us. Cultural Resources Director Reno Franklin has been designated as the Tribal Historic Preservation Officer by the tribe. As TIPO, Mr. Franklin will work with the government agencies to ensure compliance with the National Historic Preservation Act, assist building and development planners in protecting sites, help plan and implement language, culture, and historic preservation programs, and promote education about the protection of culture and natural resources. Mr. Franklin is also chairman of the National Association of TIPOs. The Hopi High School radio broadcast and journalism clubs are raising money so they can attend the National Journalism Education Association Conference in Anaheim, California, April 14th through the 18th. The radio club is attempting to raise $14,000 so they can send 10 students and 2 chaperones to attend the national conference so students can learn more about how they can become empowered through communications and media. The Hopi High School Radio Club performs the only live remote Native American high school teen talk show in the nation from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. every other Tuesday, when the radio club members interview teachers, administrators, community members, and classmates on KUYI. KUYI is the Hopi Community Radio Station. Checks should be made out to the Hopi High School Club or Hopi High School Journalism Class, P.O. Box 337, Keams Canyon, Arizona at 86034. Or for more information, you call their instructor, Stan Bendel, at 928-738-5111 and extension 241. We'll put that up on the board so you can look at it and write it down if you want to give that organization a donation to get some of those students into their career path. Cherokee Nation Businesses has reached an agreement to purchase ETI Professionals, a Colorado-based company offering strategic project management and staffing solutions. ETI caters to many large federal agencies and commercial clients, providing services to information technology, science, engineering, mission support services, research and development, facility management, and program management. The anticipated date of closing is January 31st of this year, pending regulatory approvals and the completion of the due diligence processes by CNB and ETI. ETI's home office is located in Lakewood, Colorado, but regional offices exist in San Antonio, Texas, Tampa, Florida, Baltimore, Maryland, and Shirley, Massachusetts. The company has 375 employees and contracts in 40 states, servicing the United States Department of Commerce, Defense, Energy, Health and Human Services, Homeland Security, Interior Transportation, and the EPA, and some work. ETI has a stellar reputation among their clients, and we are so pleased to add their expertise and sound business practices to our portfolio of IT companies, said Steve Bilby, president of the Cherokee Nation Businesses IT Group. Cherokee Nation Jobs Growth Act, legislated in the year 2005, establishes the company as an economic engine, powering the economy of the Cherokee Nation and the region. CNB's primary goals are job creation and generating funding for valuable tribal services such as healthcare, education, and housing. Carleton University near Ottawa, Ontario is hosting a week of activities dedicated to Aboriginal awareness from Tuesday, January 18th to Saturday, January 22nd. There will be innovative workshops, storytelling, Inuit drum dancing, and games, mete jigging, and I suppose a little bit of that violin music, films, and several guest presenters, including Don Kelly, comic, and the host of the Gemini Award-nominated series Fish Out of Water on Aboriginal Public Television Network. The public and the media are welcome to attend all events. A full schedule of events, including items and locations, are available at www.2.carleton.ca. We're going to put that URL up there if you want to look at that schedule and head right over there. Aboriginal Awareness Week on campus is sponsored in part by the Center for Aboriginal Culture and Education. And that's going to be the latest roundup of news from Indian Country. On this edition of the Native News Update, we want to say miigwech for showing up. Come back again soon.